Just thought I'd do this video because I've been struggling to find any information, and what I did find, turns out this one is nothing like it, but this is a sectional feed roller from a Wadkin BT500, and I'm taking it apart. I found a few issues, something I have never seen before, and that is ball bearings that are smashed to pieces. I literally roll them around, and of course that damaged some of these rings that go in between each one of the rollers. Fortunately it's only done two, so I'm going to flip these over and put them to the outside where it shouldn't affect things. Also, the rollers aren't in amazing condition. Some of the wear on it is pretty weird looking. Looks like somebody's fed a bar of steel in certain places. But I've not managed to find any replacements for these, so if anybody knows where you can get new ones of these, put it in the comments. So I'm just going to start putting a few bits together, so if anybody's got the same issue, they can see what's involved, and I hope that helps. So there's the shaft, and there's one of the first plates that has got the damaged roller marks, ball bearing marks in that side, and you basically drop that on so it lines over those countersunk holes. Bag of new ball bearings. You drop a ball bearing into each one of those. Like so. Just make sure they're in those points. Just they are. And then you have these little plunger and a spring on there. So the plunger goes in on top of the bearing, and the spring on top of that. As I say, this is nothing like any of the few pictures I did find. Were a completely different setup to this. So I mean, I'm assuming this is a standard working part and not one that's been adapted from something else, but who knows. There has been a few problems with this machine. And then on top of each one of those springs is a ball bearing. Like so. And then another plate. You see there's a keyway cut in there, and that is on this side of the shaft. It's already in there. And it slides in. Keyway also isn't in amazing condition, but it should still just about do the job. See that going up and down on the springs and the bearings. And then same again, get another roller. Drop that over the top. I don't know if you can see that on the video, but the difference in diameter between there and there is fairly big, really. Which is why I've got two that are pretty good on size that I'm going to keep sort of one in from each end, so at least I've got something I can reset the chip breaker to, like relative to the cutting circle. But yeah, it would be nice if we could swap a few of these, but hey, it might still work okay. And then it's the same again, bearing each one. Got your plunger and your spring. That's it. bearing on top of that. Are you ready for your next plate? Just show you what that looks like from the top. There you have it. There's a total absence of any trace of any grease or oil or anything in this assembly. I presume it's supposed to be a dry assembly because of, if anything, any muck gets in there, it's just going to turn into a mess, and there must be quite a tight tolerance on these bearings. But I have been putting a bit of just WD-40 on there just to stop the surface rust, especially as I am wondering if I'll end up taking this to bits again and trying to get some replacement parts for it. But if you know different, let me know. Thanks.